Hello and welcome back to Garen Reaver vs. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I am Syler, the half-elf cleric. Last time we finished chapter 1. Is it chapter 1 or is it the prologue chapter? I don't actually know. Where's my journal? There's my journal. It is chapter 1 now. Okay, so that was the prologue. We finished that last time when we got ambushed there. So we're going to go check that out. First of all, I would like to apologise for the last couple of episodes. There was a lot of flickering that wasn't present when I recorded it, but was there on the recording. Hopefully that's no longer the case. I've implemented a fix. If the fix doesn't work, which I'll only know after I've recorded, I will then try more things until I fix it. So apologies about that. Luckily, it wasn't too debilitating, but it was annoying. So my apologies. Right. Shall we go check out the ambush site, Imoen? I wonder what these stone circles are for. Oh, Father. What did they do to you? 58 gold. A letter, which I'll come back to. A girdle and a dagger I can't use. Well, if Gorion was wearing it, it can't be a bad thing. Not usable by a wizard slayer, so it's a magical item, but... Oh. Protection from cold. That's what that does. And Gorion's scroll. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness with which I now write, but time is short, and there is much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events has proven increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. For those in thy care? Was he looking after someone other than just me? We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Despite my desire to remain neutral in this matter, I could not, in good conscience, let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night if possible. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit, regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travellers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land, even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at the friendly arm. They know little of what has passed, but they are ever thy friends, and will no doubt help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this shit. E. I'm not entirely sure what copy note does. I think it writes it in the journal.
You're a queer fellow.
Is that Gorion? Yes. He died saving me from some thing. Don't you even know what attacked you? Whatever it was, looks like it was vicious. It was too dark to see much, but it was humanoid, although I couldn't see a face. His eyes glowed, though, like hell's fire, and he would have gone straight for me if Gorion, God's rest his soul, had not barred his way. I see. So he wasn't after Gorion, but you. I don't like this, Syler. I don't like it at all. I don't either, but I have to find out what's going on, and why I was attacked. I don't want to drag you into this, though, Imoen. Leave? And if I did, who would keep you entertained? Who would keep your spirits lifted in the darkest hour? And who would keep up the practical jokes? Leave? Ha! You'll have to force me to leave you now. Oh, Imoen. So, Syler, how you doing? I've been better. Do you have something on your mind? Not really. Just wondering how you are feeling. Seeing if you're okay and all. You don't talk much lately, all quiet and stuff. Ever since we found your father's body that you're currently still standing on top of. Gorion is dead. Mysterious assassins are after me, and I can't even start imagining how to survive another day. It all happened so suddenly. I'd hate to see this eat away at you. We'll get him, you know. That guy, whoever he was who killed your dad. We'll find out who he is and pay him back good. And don't even think of ditching me either. I know what I'm doing, and I'm in this just as much as you. I liked Gorion, and you're my best friend. I'm your best friend too, whether you know it or not. You can count on me, and don't you forget it. What brings this on, Imoen? I don't think I've ever seen you act this way. I'm just mad, that's all. Mad, sad, and a little worried, I guess. I'll get over it. I'm just trying to make you feel better, and now I'm all worked up. Come on, let's go find an evil dragon's lair or something to loot. On second thoughts, a hobgoblin cave is more your speed. Or maybe a Zvart village. I'll have to think about this one. I am glad you're here, Imoen. Shall we see what loot they left us? A gold ring. I'll have that. Alright, fine. And a morning star, which is a good backup weapon for me. I will keep the flail equipped primarily, though. And is this some armor? I believe that is a... Oh no, it's a long sword. Get that confused with a bastard sword. Leather armor. Ah, that highlights in yellow because it's... I don't know whether it's because she can wear it or because it's an improvement for her, but either way. Do you need to wear the golden ring? Yes, it's pretty. Okay. And a bow. Short bow. Is that what you've got? Yes. Oh, abilities. Oh, switch the arrow. Okay. It feels terrible to leave him here. There's not much we can do. We don't have a shovel or anything to bury him, and we can't exactly go carrying a dead body through the wilderness. You're right, Imoen.
Of course.
I'm sorry, Father. Thank you for everything. Let's head back to the road. I think we should head back to Candlekeep. I really don't think they'll let us in. I have to try. I know that the gate is probably barred, but we just left.
A waste of my talents.
Because the way it works, you see, is like the locations on the world map aren't right next to each other. That took 4 hours to travel from that bit to that bit. Ooh. So you've got to be careful, like, what you do, and like the longer the journeys are, the higher chance you'll get ambushed on the way. Keeper of the portal. Hello?
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
We don't have a book, but I used to live here. We both did. We left just last night. I'm sorry, friend. I know that you are the child of Gorion and have dwelt here all your life, but I cannot exempt anyone from the sanctions of the Most High Alront. But Keeper, Gorion and Syler were attacked just outside the keep near the coastway. Gorion, he's dead. Syler just managed to escape. I saw it all. Don't you think you can make an exception? You've known Syler for years. I am saddened to hear of Gorion's death, Syler. Your father was a good man and my friend. I'll inform the Most High Alront and Tethteril of his passing. This is grave news indeed. However, I do hope that you understand that I cannot allow you in, Syler. My hands are tied in this matter. I think Gorion would have wished to be buried in Candlekeep. Could you arrange it? We will send a search party and Gorion will be interred properly. I wish I could do more for you. Perhaps I can in some small way. Here, please take this. It's not much, but I hope it will be of some assistance. Oh, gold. Imoen, you, however, are free to enter if you wish. What? Winthrop is quite worried about your disappearance. Oh no, Syler and I are in this together through thick and thin. Puffguts has my letter, and he taught me a thing or two. Old Imoen will stay out of trouble. Tell him I love him, though, will you? And tell him not to worry about little old me. I will, Imoen. Take care, both of you. And Syler, be wary of strangers, and don't be too quick to give out your name. Just a bit of advice. Safe travels. I mean, it's not that I'm resentful, but why is Imoen allowed back in, but I'm not? But I am glad that Gorion will be taken care of. You hear the creaking of wagon wheels. A black coach and a team of horses pass you, bearing Gorion back to his resting
A
place in
waste of my
Candlekeep.
talents.
Oh,
I must rest my eyes a while.
I'm quite tired because I've been up all night. But I do need to keep going.
Hello there.
Hello? Well, a busy day for me today indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling around the wood. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last two I met, though. Well met, stranger. I am Seed. Hey, I'm Imoen, and that's my friend Syler. We just got out of Candlekeep and are starting out on a grand adventure, avenging that great mage and all. Syler, why are you standing with your mouth shut as a clown when the tide is out? You know more than I do about that fighting thing anyway, so go tell about it. That's what adventurers do, famous ones anyway. Or how would they ever get into bard songs? Could you help me? My foster father and I were attacked last eve, and now I'm not sure where to go. The carnage to the north must have been the aftermath of your little skirmish then. I am most assuredly sorry about your predicament, though there be little I can do for you. I'm nothing of serviceable value to impart, except common sense in a few directions. A ways east of here you should find a crossroad. North of there is the Friendly Arm Inn, and south is the town of Baragast. Both can offer shelter, though rates at the Friendly Arm are likely better. It's a friendlier atmosphere for the young adventurer, too. Staying close to the roads will make your journey safer, but that will depend on where you're heading as well. I cannot accompany you, though there were a pair of travellers not far up the road. They might offer assistance, but I would be wary of the cost. I didn't like the look of them myself. I thank you for your time. Good luck in your travels. Fare thee well, as they say. Who do you think these two are up here? Maybe they're those friends of yours that Gorion mentioned. Somehow I doubt it.
Ye already be disturbed. Now leave me be. Your company be toil enough as is.
Hello there, kid. Rather strange place to be wandering, ain't it? My companion is something to say to you.
Montalon, you are so aggravating. 'Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
A child wandering the wilderness? Surely you must be none too bright to be travelling these roads. And ye look a bit scuffed, too. A fine pair of troubles all your own. Indeed, I can offer you healing potions if you wish, as a token of goodwill. Psst, Syler. The mage speaks like he's laying honey on bread, but I dunno. I don't like his eyes a single bit. I'd be grateful for any assistance. Nothing to fear from these simple potions, and I'll even let you hold in debt, though your conscience knows otherwise. I'll not even hold you in debt. Sorry. Just like all good people. Perhaps as payment you would go with us to Nashkel. It is a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumours surrounding the lost mines, local mines, whatever. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage. Specifically, where to lay blame in the matter. You would be useful, though I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, a name called Baron Gaskill, I believe. Your conscience be your guide. I would join with you, but I must meet someone first. Perhaps you will go with me? We've precious little time, but it's best to travel accompanied. I don't like the looks of these two jokers, Syler. Nope, I don't. Not at all. Let's get to the Friendly Arm Inn soon, I'd like to have some people I can trust travelling with us. Aye, we'll go with ye. Ye owe us for your time, though. And this adds Zar and Montaron. Montaron is a fighter thief. Studded leather. Short sword with proficiency. Good dexterity. Terrible charisma. Makes sense. Oh yeah, you can see the biographies. Oops. So my biography. Long have you marvelled at the tales read to you by your foster father, many gathered from the various holy books on the shelves of Candlekeep. The strength and power of faith inspired you, but the petty squabbles of the gods only filled you with disdain. From this you came to understand the monks with whom you share your home and the nature of their beliefs. Joining in their studies, you have come to think of yourself as one of the avowed. Some of the brethren, perhaps responding to Goria's subtle urging, have graciously fielded your many questions and taught you much about the meaning and the role of priesthood. You know little of how you came to be a ward of Gorian's, but over the years you have gleaned something of your mother's tale from his vague allusions and the words he sometimes uttered in tear-filled sleep. She was a half-elf from the courts of Asharbenford, and a friend of his for many seasons. As you have no memory of her, nor any keepsakes to remind you of her existence, you have come to believe that she died while giving birth to you. Perhaps it was the pain of such a parting that led Gorian to cloister himself within the narrow halls of Candlekeep and raise you as his own. Of your father, you have learned nothing. Imoen. When asked about her path, Imoen slaps your shoulder playfully. She says that you of all people should know, seeing as how you grew up together. Indeed, some of your fondest memories are of meeting this sprightly young lass. She apparently came to Candlekeep much as you did, though 10 years later in life, and she spent much more time with the gruff Winthrop than Gorian. Puffgut, she would call him, much to the old innkeep's dismay. She seems the eternal child, and is quite content to play the part of little sister, though you are both of comparable ages. You can tell by her hearty smile that she will always be willing to travel with you, no matter what path you take. And she's got very good dexterity, which is very useful for a thief. When asked about his past, Montaron openly threatens you with bodily harm. He seems quite dangerous and more than willing to engage in gratuitous violence. It would appear that he cares little for life, including his own. He works begrudgingly with Zar, even though he obviously despises the man. Whoever their employers are, they must be powerful indeed. These two would likely kill each other without a presence over their heads preventing it. Montaron will be willing to discuss the whole matter with you, but you get the feeling that you would probably not wake up the next morning. And Zar is a human necromancer, which is a wizard, but with in the original Baldur's Gate, you couldn't just be a straight wizard. You had to, I think you had to pick a subclass. Although I could be wrong about that. Oh yeah, you could, because there was just mage, I think. Yeah, never mind. When asked about his past, Zar has very few coherent things to say. His desire to determine the cause of the iron shortage seems benevolent enough, but his motives remain unclear. His ramblings seem disjointed, and his faculties are obviously in good enough order for him to be adept at magic. He mutters something about how he and his associate Montaron are in the employ of a powerful group, but when pressed for details he gets extremely agitated and does not speak for some time. He is obviously at least partially insane, and the network that would hire him must be dark indeed. And he is chaotic bloody evil, whereas he's neutral evil. What was she? Oh, she's neutral good. I really would have thought that as a thief she would be chaotic good, but whatever. Right.
Of course.
Oh, what's this say? Candlekeep Coastway. Guess we're travelling together then. Oh, there's a stranger here. Binkos. Who's the highest charisma out of all of us? Imoen does. Because it apparently makes a difference. I never noticed it, but apparently it does make a difference that having a high charisma person being the party leader is the person at the top. For me, it seemed odd to have anyone other than the player character at the top, but apparently it does make a difference to certain conversations. Sorry, chum, but I can't stop to talk. There's been another caravan raided northeast of Beragos, and I must report of these dire straits to the Grand Dukes. A messenger's work is never done. Another caravan raided? Well, that's not good. Remember those flaming fists passing by Candlekeep last week? They said there was at least 2 missing, and I think we should keep our eyes peeled or we'll be killed by bandits for nothing. Exciting, though. Caravans, bandits, road, like an adventure from a book. Just keep your heads down and your weapons handy. Imoen, I feel you're getting a bit too much enjoyment out of the danger. I don't know what you're talking about. And now you can travel to the next one. So you can see these locations, they're known locations, to give you a general idea of where to go. But you can't just travel directly there. You have to find the nearest thing and you go map edge to map edge, finding your way there.
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
It's been nigh unto a 10 days since I've seen a soul walking this road, and I've been without decent conversation since. Travelling nowadays appears to be the domain of either the desperate or the deranged. If thou wouldst pardon my intrusion, may I inquire which pertains to thee? Do I need to say T? I mean, if you is thou and it was, and what, or was it thee? In any case, I'm not desperate and I'm not deranged. I'm excited. I'm going to be a famous adventurer like Elminster. Smiles from behind his moustache. Thou art a spirited girl, Imoen. Now, what of thy companion? Wait, how did you know my name? One can acquire such knowledge in more ways than one, child. But let the quiet one speak. Why is it that she keeps talking for me? That might be one of the mods, because I don't remember that last time I played this. Again, I could just be misremembering. It never used to be a case, but it could be a mod or it could be the Enhanced Edition. I know Baldur's Gate really well, he said. A fair bit of desperate, actually. Might you know the way to the Friendly Arm Inn? I was told I might find some friends there. That I would. The inn is but a short distance to the north, and its doors are open to all. I have no doubt that thy friend shall be waiting there, waiting with open arms. Friendly arms, one might say. My sympathies for any hardships the road may have inflicted upon thee, though I am certain everything shall turn out for the best. But I have wasted too much of thy time and said too much already. I shall take my leave and wish thee all the best. What a strange old man.
A waste of my talents.
Don't be such a dick, Syler. Come on. Oh, enemy. It is a diseased gibbling, uninjured. So, Friendly Arm to the north, Beragos to the south, Lion's Way west to Counterkeep. Right, abilities that I have. I have the turn... Don't do that. I have the turn undead ability. And I always misinterpreted what this was, like for years, because I didn't know anything about Baldur's... I didn't know anything about D&D, I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. If you have an ability that says turn undead, one would think that clicking it would mean that you turn undead. But no, it means it turns them away. It's such a weird phrasing, but anyway, it just means undead nearby are afraid of you. And I have Cure Light Wounds and Bless. Probably not worth using that on a gibbling. Just open fire. And what spells does he have? He has Chill Touch. He's only got 2 of Larlock's Minor Drain. So Chill Touch, that's a damaging one. And this one drains and heals. Again, probably not worth using that against a gibbling. There are 2 of them though, so may as well use it on that one. Oof! Right, I think I'm going to turn off that auto pause on enemy destroyed, because that keeps getting annoying. That was a good spell though.
No sooner said than done.
I think I'll switch those 2 rounds so that Montaron, who is a swordsman, is in the front, whereas Imoen is in the back with the mage. And there are different formations you can do at the moment. I've got the 2x3. If you don't mind, please try to keep your voices down. There be beasties, along with better hearing than we. Hey, you grouch, we weren't shouting at all. We're adventurers and understand such things, you know. Tell him, Syler. Sorry to have disturbed you. We'll be on their way. I did not intend for my words to scare you away. They were a simple warning of dangers true and meant as nothing more. The occasional chat is certainly welcome, but perhaps today is just not the best day for it. Denizens of this wood seem to have grown rather aggressive lately. As gruesome as it sounds, they've probably become accustomed to humanoid meat. That is horrible. Can't really blame them, though. It is tasty. I mean, too many people lost their means to the iron shortage and have turned to the land for sustenance. Monsters and animals must find food somewhere. I'd keep your weapons ready. You're like the 3rd person to tell me that. Friendly Arm to the north. Yes, there's also like diamond shape. So you can like protect the valuable ones at the back. There's like the T shape, so you can have like a line of frontal fighters. There is the other diamond shape with the... What was that? I don't know what that sound was. The other frontal shape, because like the silver dot here, that represents the leader character. So you can either have them at the back or at the front. And then there is the sort of star shape, so you can protect one in the middle. I tend to stick to the 6 because it's just easier to navigate with that rather than the wider or awkward wedges. Friendly Arm, 8 hours. we travel through the night. So I haven't slept in like 2 days.